lot of faces I recognize here. Got my boy Wood from Australia. I don't know who you are. I don't know who she is, and I know who he is. I don't know who you are. See, we can do this at the panel because
you single everyone out.
Yeah, we can single everybody out. Wood, we did not beat your 36 number mark from yesterday. Yeah. The number to beat was 36.
It's probably quieter in here today in general.
Is it? No, yeah, and it's to be expected because one, like I said, it's Sunday. Most people are at church. And I can totally excuse that for not being here at the Okchief420 panel. Even till this moment, I didn't know what I was going to talk about.
Nope.
I still don't.
I still don't.
I still don't. I'm up here talking to you, and I still don't know what I'm going to talk about for an entire hour.
Play some Slayer.
Right? There was a guy in our room last night that looked like Skrillex.
Yeah.
Where's that guy?
He's in bed right now.
Is he really?
Yeah. The two beds in the room, he's made like a nest in between them, and he's passed out.
It was quite exciting last night, I'm not going to lie.
That's how Skrillex lookalikes sleep. They nestle and burrow.
They do.
They do.
It keeps their hair to one side.
He was very pissed that they called him that, but
we called him a mix between Skrillex and the Jewish guy from Big Bang Theory. What's his name? Howard. Yeah, Howard Wolowitz.
So we've got people from all over the world actually here in this room. We've got someone from Australia. We got someone from Los Angeles, correct? Joe, you're from LA, right? Where are you from?
Yes, San Jose. San Jose.
Oh, St. California. Sorry.
West Coast.
Malibu.
That's like being from Texas. Hey, I know a guy from El Paso.
Yeah, that's true. No one likes people from El Paso.
We got the Game Seekers from Georgia, right? Well, I'm good on that. Most of the people here are local. You're from Texas. There are a lot of people here from Texas. I'm originally from Chicago. You're from Chicago?
Just east of Chicago, Northern Indiana.
North Indiana, okay. Great place to buy fireworks. Awesome.
Yep, Duke's National Lake.
Everybody knows Indiana as the place to go for fireworks. And cigarettes.
So true.
Cigarettes, cheap cigarettes out there. Let's see, I want to talk about really quick the origin of my name, because now that I got a chance to actually dismiss all myths out there floating about my name, Okchief420. 420 is actually something, as most of you know, when you start an account, you have to, for some reason, you got to put numbers behind your darn account, you know? And I tried every number known to man, and I just wanted Okchief. That's all I wanted. But YouTube, Google will not let you do that. So I needed a cool number. I was like, what's a cool number with the kids these days? And I actually said that to myself, like an old man. What's a really cool number for the kids nowadays? And I'm like, 69? No, that's
someone won't get it.
That's a little too forward. I'm like, the kids are using 420 nowadays. That sounds pretty cool. Okchief420. See, and the first part, Okchief, doesn't actually have anything to do with chiefing or anything of the sort.
Or Oklahoma.
Or Oklahoma or anything. It's just, when I was younger, I used to call everyone Chief. I didn't know your name. I didn't need to know your name, because to me, you were just Chief. Everyone was Chief. Hey, Chief. Hey, Chief. And when you would ask me something, I would just agree. Okay, Chief. Yeah, that's not a problem. Okay, Chief. And somehow, throughout my years, that name just stuck. Everyone, hey, it's okay, Chief. Hey, it's okay, Chief. So that became my email. That became my password. I'm not really. Is this on? Not really. But yeah, Okchief became everything. And then when I became a YouTube member, obviously you needed an account name. I just chose Okchief, but Google was being jerks and they needed numbers, and I said, cool number, 420, and that's how I became Okchief420, everybody. So no more asking if I'm from Oklahoma, stupid Homa. Are the RGS guys here? Those guys are fucking rowdy, man. Those guys know how to party. If you guys want to get in trouble,
whether you want to or not,
call over the Oklahoma boys.
Yeah.
Those guys are rowdy, you know.
Yeah.
Those guys are rowdy. So, At this moment, if you guys want, first of all, I want to take this opportunity. If Jay and Billy ever see this, I doubt it. But if they ever see this, I just want to personally thank them for setting this awesome convention up. Retropalooza last year was freaking balls to the wall. All our awesome friends were there last year, and for them to make it again this year, and even bigger, a 2-day event, it's at a hotel with a convention. I mean, it just doubled in size from 1 year, and I think that's amazing. I give kudos and shots out to Shady J, because man, it takes a lot to run something this big. And I don't know if you've seen Shady J out there, but he's stressing. You know, like yesterday you saw him running around like
with his chicken. This morning.
Yes, exactly, because it's all over. Today's the last day. Everything's chill. Everything's kosher now. And he met all his goals, you know, for the convention. So like all the stress is off him now, and now we can just sit back, relax. After this panel's over, we're just gonna actually leave. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna go get some McDonald's. But no, listen, everybody, for real. Billy and Jay are some of the most amazing people, and I honestly don't care that I'm taking up my hour to talk about them, because I love those guys to freaking death. I mean, the things those guys pull off, the people they know, the fact that they can bring people from all over the world together, I could never do that. I couldn't bring people from across the street over, let alone halfway across the world or halfway across the country, you know? And I just really like the way people gravitate towards them. They're so homely, and you can just go, like, they're not celebrities. You know, they're not jaded. Yeah, they're in no way, shape, or form people that you just can't come up to. You know, and for that I thank them. I thank them for bringing me into their circle, because if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys talking to you about them. And they took me in a little over a year, 2 years ago. It's already been 2 years since I've known them. That's actually pretty crazy.
It was January of, not this year, but the year before,
2012,
that they came down to our place to stay the weekend.
And it's been history ever since. And for Billy and Jay, we love you.
Yes.
If you can hear us.
Te amo, putos.
So if anyone has any questions, by all means, let me know.
Otherwise, we're just going to keep rattling.
Greg.
I got a question via Facebook.
What's up?
It says, ask Will if he likes stuff.
Yeah, Will, do you like stuff?
I like stuff, but I really like things more.
I'll tell them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Oh, okay, what else? What's up, buddy?
What's the most disgusting thing you've encountered while dumpster diving?
Oh, my.
Her name was Rita. She came out the back of a cheesecake factory. And all she wanted was...
Which was attached to Weight Watchers.
Yeah, oddly enough. In that shopping mall, there's a GameStop, a cheesecake factory, and right in between is a Weight Watchers. And I was like, man, this is classy. Who did the business model for this strip mall? I would shake their hand.
Cheesecake.
All that was going through my mind, and you know.
And we go through their dumpster all the time.
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory never throws anything out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the most disgusting thing I would have to say was Eric's puke.
Yeah.
That was pretty gross.
God.
That was funny.
That took nothing to do.
That was funny.
He can do it on demand, literally. If you tell Eric to throw up, it's like a push button. It's on a toggle switch, you could say. And that pretty much, vomit, to answer your question, vomit.
Bulimia.
We've encountered pretty crazy things, but vomit would have to be the most vile. I would have to say.
That's a common misconception, really, is that GameStop dumpsters are like every other dumpster, but they're really a dumpster that's day in, day out filled with nothing but office trash, which is mainly paper.
It's a common misconception that we actually dive through actual like food and just garbage.
And 90% of all the dumpsters are waist-high dumpsters that you don't have to get in. You can literally just bend over and look. And move things around.
You don't have to take our word for it. There's hundreds of thousands, literally, of videos of people actually showing you that they actually pick up stuff inside the dumpsters, and And I don't know how it came to be that our channel became
because prior to us, there were several dumpster dive videos. In fact, that's how you got inspired.
Exactly. A lot of people think I started it, and no, I never. Dumpster diving has been around for as long as like prostitution has been around. You know, it's for as long as there's been garbage to pick through, there's been people dumpster diving in it. So when I first saw a dumpster dive video, I'm like, huh. They actually throw these really cool things out? Let me go try for myself. And I did, and I found stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Let's show people that they can find stuff. And that's how I started off. Our very first dumpster dive video was with his daughter.
Yeah.
She was crying up a storm. It was not planned at all.
It wasn't. We had just planned to go to Red Robin and go do some shopping, and then it was like, hey,
there's
right around the corner.
Hey, there's a GameStop here, yeah. And the girl, the baby was crying.
My daughter was just having a shitty day.
It was a bad day for her.
I was juggling the kid, and
then me, another kid
wanting to dump.
Yeah, he's like dealing with her kid. He's dealing with his kid in the restaurant. He's dealing with me across from him, going, I want to go dumpster diving.
and he's explained the facets of it to me, like, you don't get it, bro.
Dude.
You don't get it. There's gold in those dumpsters. I'm trying to eat my chicken, like.
Come on, bro, let's go. Yeah, he's eating his food. I'm like, come on, let's go dig through garbage.
I'm like, this is going to be one of those things that are going to pass, like learning Japanese.
Yeah, I learned Japanese, by the way, and I'm still learning it till this day. It takes a long time.
So needless to say, dumpster diving's been the one thing that's stuck.
Yeah, not Japanese learning.
Those 3 words?
Yeah. But for the most part, I don't know how it is that the channel took off so quick and so rapid because of the dumpster. I don't want to say because of the dumpster dive, because we do so many like different things on the channel.
It's the flagship type of video, though.
Yeah, like the people that mostly gravitate towards is the dumpster dive video, and that's awesome. But at the same time, when a good thing, what happens to all good things?
Comes to an end.
You know, and you can't cry about stuff like that, because if you're just like concentrating on the one thing, and this is advice for anybody that has a YouTube channel. If you concentrate on one thing and it goes good for a while, and you solely concentrate just on that, right? And it starts to die down, and if for whatever reason it starts to die down, don't give up. Just try something else. Try something new. Every time you try something new, it will not hurt your channel. Trust me on this, guys, because I've tried gardening and people still watch. You know what I mean?
He literally did like a 10-minute long video the other day of a bonfire.
That was a good video.
I did. And I set half my yard on fire.
I saw it and I'm like, man, I need to get back to Blanco. We need content.
Yeah, like
I watched it, I'm like, son of a bitch.
I burned half my yard.
He can make a video out of anything, because I sat here on the toilet for
Yeah,
10 minutes after I was done.
He roasted that yard.
He kept me enthralled.
Yeah, you can literally just do it. Don't stop doing what you love to do, first of all, because
someone else says.
Yeah, like, don't let the trolls I know Wood has tons of trolls. He likes to point out all the time on Facebook. But I say, don't give those trolls the time of day, man. Because if you did give those trolls time of day, you would have just quit your channel. You would never have left Australia. You know, I wouldn't be up here talking to you guys if you listen to trolls. Trolls come with the territory.
If you're doing good or bad, there will always be someone there.
There will always be someone there that doesn't like what you do. And my advice to you is, F them. Don't listen to them. Don't pay never mind to them. I hate trolls like you wouldn't believe. But you can't give them the time of day, because that one comment that you read will literally, if you're too sensitive to the fact of bad comments, that one bad comment will literally mess up your whole day. Like it will, like right, like it will stay with you. Like you'll be eating dinner like 10 hours later, and it'll just pop into your mind. You'll be like, man, that guy was such an asshole. Like, why did he have to leave that comment? You know. But then the next day you don't even remember it. You know. But there are those people that just really, really get to you, and it just you can't.
The other side of that, the troll thing is, I remember one day I get a call at home. He's like, Will, he goes, man, where can I go to buy a gun? I'm like, what? He goes, listen, man, I got this comment today. This guy says he hates my dumpster diving so much that the next convention he's gonna find me and kill me with a claymore. And I go, wait, like a front projectile bomb that's you plant in the ground, or a Braveheart sword? And he goes, the fucking sword. And I'm like, they're gonna use a claymore sword that's like the most non-inconspicuous. He goes, I gotta get a gun, man. Like, just chill, man.
I just pictured a dude with a huge battle sword, like coming to the convention, like
running through, like Sir Lancelot and Monty Python. And he's in the distance, but he never gets closer. And all of a sudden he's there.
No, I pictured the Indiana movies, the Indiana Jones scenario where that guy pulls out the sword and I just pull out my gun, you know, and down. Okay, let's go, you know. But you get that, you know, whenever you're in the media light. And you're in every social media, and people see you on YouTube, and you're in the light. It comes with the territory. You can't take all that stupid stuff serious. You really, really can't. For as much as I would love to just ignore those type of messages, you really can't sometimes, because there are crazy people out there. You know, there really are crazy people out there, and for the most part, like, the fans are awesome, and meeting Boogie2988 yesterday. Who met Boogie yesterday?
I did.
Right? How sweet was that guy?
Actually, I trolled Pat like 6 months ago on one of his channels. It was really chicken-ass troll.
Right.
I was down on myself and angry. And then I deleted it a month later, and then I saw Boogie's panel, and I went to Pat, and I told him that I trolled him, and deleted it and all that stuff, and I felt a million times better.
So trolling is good sometimes.
It heals all.
Right?
Sometimes.
But for the most part, that's why trolls troll, because they're angry at the world, and they need to take, and not to single you out, bro.
No, I was.
Oh, he's like, please do.
Yeah,
I was angry.
You feel like other people are having more fun than you. And
exactly.
Like, this guy just makes all these crappy videos, and all these people love him, and I make my videos, and I get 3 hits.
And people get mad at that.
That's right.
You know, and it's not my fault. You know, but at the same time, I know where you're coming from, because you know what? I was that guy when I first started getting those 3 views. So you can kind of relate, but I was never that guy to be that guy, the asshole. I was never that guy, you know?
Specifically.
Yeah, specifically the guy in black over there kneeling. But I can never do that. I even to this day, 3 years later after I made my account, I have never hit that dislike button. I could watch tons and tons of videos that I don't like, and I have watched thousands of videos that I've never liked, but I never hit that dislike button. Why? Because I know what it is to be a content producer. I know what it is to make content for people to watch almost daily for the last 2 years. So I know how hard it is to get in front of a camera and talk to people. I know how hard it is to make content every day for people to watch. So I know, even if it's a bad video, I know how hard it is to make that video. Therefore, I never can give myself that, you know, that push that dislike button. Even though I don't like that video.
You just don't want to add to the woes.
Yeah, like there's no, for me, there's no reason for a dislike button. I just, even if the guy is an asshole, even if the video is a troll video, that troll still has to get in front of a camera and talk, you know, and that takes guts to do, you know, even though, yes, the message might be bad, but for that hour or for those minutes that the guy that's trolling, that's doing the trolling video, you kind of got to give him respect for doing it, because for as many people out there that make content, there's literally thousands that don't. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people around the world that can't get in front of a camera and talk to thousands, even millions of people.
I can respect a troll.
To a certain level.
I can respect a troll video. Yeah, I know he's. I can respect a troll video in the sense that it's easy for anyone to type.
Keyboard warrior is what I like to call.
Profanity-ridden troll comment, but for someone to put their face on their opinion, that's a whole nother level.
Right.
Yes, sir. That they use.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, after being a musician for like 30 years, sometimes though, you do need some sharp-edged criticism, but what you need to do is, if you're going to criticize somebody with a sharp-edged...
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, you have to offer them, you know, tips on what they can do, but you can't be, what's the word, like when you're talking down to somebody.
Condescending.
Condescending.
One of my videos, he goes, you know, you might want to do this and this and this and this, you know, and it's, if you're gonna...
There's a difference between constructive criticism and condescending criticism.
But at the same time, though, if somebody's being a dick, I believe in calling them a dick.
Yeah, yeah. And for me, see, there's two ways of handling it. Whenever a troll trolls you, you can easily troll them back, and it's understandable. You just want to troll back. See, I take an opposite approach to trolling. I don't respond to trolls because hate just leads to more hate.
Do you delete them?
I do, and I'll tell you why. And I know a lot of people have problems with this. But if you're coming to my channel to watch a video of me and Will doing our shenanigans, whatever, I want you to focus, when you come there, I want you to focus on the video. I want you, because a lot of times the comments will not have anything to do with the video. So you lose focus from the video. Now, if you come to our channel, I want you guys to be relaxed. I want you guys to have a good time. And a lot of the times what winds up happening is people go straight to the comments to look for the controversies, man. And that takes focus away from the actual video. Now, once one person starts off with a really troll comment, the rest of the people start chiming in, and they start getting into the conversation there. And for the love of God, I love all my fans. I love the people that protect us, and they go in and they...
We've never had to respond to a comment because everyone does it for us.
Right. They come in, but I don't want to put our fans in that position to where they're fighting for us, and then they gain a troll simply because of the, you know, like don't do that. We don't want that. We don't want to create more hate towards it. And that's why we delete troll comments. Not because we want to show people that our channel is all positive, you know, like only positive things are going on there. And it just, people handle differently.
And another side of that is the whole deleting of the negativity just automatically comes from also a place of don't have time to deal with this, because with the Facebook page, that's its own, like, drama central anyway, sometimes.
It becomes a 24-hour job, basically. And we've already got 24-hour job. He works 6 days a week, I work 7 days a week. And for one and if you notice on a lot of the videos, if you comment on a video, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna answer you back. You know, and I do that because I want the person watching the video to feel connected to us, because we're not too big to talk to any one person. And a lot of people, you know, feel that way, you know, when they don't answer back, and which is not the case, because there's a lot of big YouTubers out there that don't answer all their comments simply because they get, like Alpha for once. Alpha does a really good job of answering like within the first hour of him putting up a video. But after that hour, it just gets ridiculous. It goes into the thousands, and it's understandable that he can't answer all those questions. And the same with me. Since like I put up tons and tons of videos throughout the year, literally, like some days I put up 2 videos a day. Now just imagine getting comments on that video. And I'm getting comments from the hundreds of videos that are already on the channel. So they just keep piling on. And I try to get back to all of them. But for some, like the ones I really concentrate on are the ones that just like really concentrate on the hate, like the bad word ones, that have nothing to do with the actual video, where they just call us fags or you guys need a job. You stop. You get
That's my favorite.
Job.
You assholes.
Jerks for looking into trash. Go get a job. And imagine us commenting back to all those. We actually do have a job. You know, this is just our hobby. It's just what we do. We are a form of recycle, per se. A gaming recycle people. We are.
At its core, we recycle things and video it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We found, like this weekend, for instance, recycling at its finest. Damien, our friend here, brought a bunch of promo items from GameStop that they were just going to throw out. We're like, hell no, we're not going to throw those out. We're going to hand those out to people that want them. You know, and you should have seen the mess they made at our booth yesterday. It was ridiculous. But it was awesome to see that. Even though it was chaos, it was awesome to see people.
An appreciation for...
Somebody left their table for a minute.
Yeah, just
I was in line
to come over and just pick up all these free, promotional items that normally would have wound up in the trash. You know, it's a form of recycling. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that for some reason. It's just a form of recycling. The Game Seekers here from Georgia, they've done GameStop dumpster diving, and they have a successful business. They have a perfect life. They're not bums. Like most people think that for some reason we get this stereotype that GameStop dumpster divers are bums. It's like, no, everyone has jobs. Everyone, I don't know what it is. It's a common misconception that dumpster divers are the scum of the earth.
So then we try, the dumpster dive videos are probably one of the biggest viewed things on our channel. But then we try to like veer away and do other things like game hunting, going out to Goodwills and this and that to find deals. And we still get trolled. Like that one guy the other day, he was like, what was that he said about it? It was like, was it $2 game, $10 in gas to go to San Antonio, and it said you lost $8.30.
Yeah, he started.
He broke it down like a fucking
like negative $8. This was a total waste of a day, and I just responded back, yes, but the memories made with my best friend were priceless.
Yeah, who cares?
That's how you answer back.
We're not in this business to make money. We're in this business to have fun. It's not even a business.
Right.
It's a hobby. We're not here to make money.
If you're into YouTube to make money, you're in it for the wrong reasons. I'm in it to make friends. I've made tons and tons of friends that will last a lifetime. Greg Honeycutt's one of my best friends. Aside from my best friend Will, we got my best friend Damien here. We got my girl Rachel, my fat friend Kingsley, my friend Wood over here from Australia.
I lifted weights with Wood yesterday, and it was amazing. That was the first.
That was hot.
It was the first time I'd ever lifted weights with an Australian. And ladies, it is everything you ever thought it was.
Honey on the biscuits.
Honey on the biscuits. His biscuits. Anyway.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was pretty hot. We took selfies and they were like, it's just like, oh, chest popped out, boys. Chest has to be popped out.
It was hot.
In America, we don't need to pop the chest out. It's already popped out.
My friend Jasmine from Austin commented on that. Remember? She's like, the mighty Thor and Punisher. And I was like, yeah. I wonder who Thor is.
How close is Austin? How close is Austin?
Oh,
yeah, right? Dude.
I like this.
Yeah, I know.
Way of thinking. Rachel, do you have a question for us? I see your hand up.
Yeah, she had her hand up. Rachel?
Rachel, come up with a question, please.
I'll ask one.
Oh, go for it.
I mean, I've done more than my share of dumpster diving.
Oh, you dumpster dive.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing I ever found was 2 Nintendo 64 kiosks that were being thrown out from a Blockbuster.
A 64?
Oh, from a
They were
Blockbuster?
beautiful.
Oh,
how long ago was this?
This was about 12 years ago. 15 years ago.
So you're the OG.
Wow. You're a legend, sir.
Yeah, you are a legend, sir. You're the original gangster of dumpster diving.
He's the iced tea.
You should be up here.
I think the best thing I got was a full-blown kiosk that was being used at a Circuit City. Back when they were into this. And I mean, huge thing, and I'm sitting there wheeling this out in the back of my Dodge Omni. Tied on, going down the street hoping they...
I'm not kidding you. That's a common sight for people that take kiosks away, because we took a kiosk that we just fell upon one day driving around in Austin. Yeah, we found two. We tried to 69 them
in the car,
but it didn't work.
One of us was gonna have to stay.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna stay.
That was my car.
A couple of 2x4s tied to the roof.
Like, they were 300 pounds apiece. You know, and the cool thing about that video is that video launched us like literally like nationwide through the people that don't watch YouTube, because and I'll tell you why. That video got attention on IGN, and we've gotten so much flack
from IGN.
Not from IGN.
On IGN.
Like no, not people from IGN, but from the dumpster dive community. Because they're trying to say that we've exposed the hobby. When there's people putting out daily videos of what they find, and I feel that, you know, like, one, they came to us. And they call us like attention-grubbing whores. Like, you guys, all you guys want to do is attention. All you guys want is attention. And it's not the case. Every time we've been on something, it's people come to us. Like, I don't know Channel 5 news number. I don't know how to call them. I don't know the editor of the San Antonio News Express. They come to us, you know, they come and they wanted to interview us, which was really weird getting interviewed, by the way, by a newspaper. That was pretty cool.
She was cute.
She was pretty cute. She asked us a whole bunch of questions.
Like an April O'Neil.
And little did I know that every single word that we said
was on the record.
Yeah, literally, everything was on the record. I should have known when she started, like, okay, and we're going to begin this interview, and I was like, why'd she do that for?
Oh, she's got some funny little timer on her phone.
Yeah,
she has somewhere to go.
Literally, she recorded everything we said.
And there's so many expletive deleteds.
Shorthand is a lost art.
Yeah, like literally, like Richard Garza, expletive, says hi, and I'm like, I probably should have just been not myself that day. Like literally, me and Will are just like shooting the shit with her while she's asking us questions, and we're just like, yeah, fucking this and fucking that. And I'm like, after we leave, we're like, how do you think that went? We're like, yeah, it went pretty good. And when we read the newspaper, it literally said expletive. I'm like, shit. We should have expletive. Yeah, we should have been more.
Hey, speaking of Razorbacks.
Oh! 8-Bit Eric just showed up to the panel, everybody. Another best friend of ours.
Two things. I thought it was at 10:30.
I'm still drunk.
And I'm sick as shit today, so I just woke up.
Awesome sauce. But he's here.
Stretch out.
Because it's Joe's first panel, so I
Thank
couldn't
you.
miss it.
That's my boy. Love him.
Support.
Love him to death. That's basically. Fuck was I saying? Expletive. Okay, the interview. So basically, she got done with the interview, and she told us that it was going to run in the newspaper. And when she broke it down for me, she said, basically, the editor's son of the newspaper was a follower of us, and she said that. The editor came up to her as a reporter. She says, hey, go out and get these guys. Go out and interview these guys. The editor actually ran the story for his son. And how could you say no to that? And I knew this going into the interview. Like, we're going to catch so much shit for this because we caught so much shit for the IGN and the Kotaku.com articles that I'm not going to lie to you guys, I almost quit. Like, that's how much shit I got just for having that shit up. And not to mention that I caught flack for the dumpster dive community. I caught flack from all the people that on IGN and Kotaku that were just curious about it and just didn't know about the whole dumpster diving world thing, the hobby, and just hated it purely just to hate. You know, like people do this? This is a thing? You know, like you guys are scum of the earth, you know, and I mean, I caught so much shit for it that I just wanted to quit. I didn't want nothing to do with it anymore.
And yet they've been seeing people that were applauding the landfill find.
Thank you. Yes.
The same thing.
It's like a double-edged sword we're walking on here, you know? It just, you can't win with some people. So when the editor of our hometown, San Antonio, news came to us, we're like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, do I want to stir up a hornet's nest again? I just got over the Kotaku and the IGN thing. I'm like, this is going to be even bigger, you know, because this is hitting cities, you know, like nationwide, you know. So when we did the interview, yes, we were nervous about what the repercussions were going to be, but we did
honestly,
anyway.
We didn't even know what kind of light she wanted to portray us in. Like,
and you don't know that going in.
Like, is she going to be fair and unbiased, or does she secretly hate guys with backward hats? Or,
right.
So it's kind of nervous. It's nerve-wracking. Like, is she going to edit what we said in a certain way so it sounds shitty? And she didn't. Thank God.
Thank God she liked us.
She was awesome.
You know, she was awesome, and she ran the story, and she let us know that the story was going to run it and on a Thursday. They wanted it on a Sunday, but they couldn't do this because the Sunday was the big paper, you know. And they couldn't do it on Sunday because they had already sold all the ads for the front page.
We learned something too about newspapers, is that really what you read in the newspaper is highly dependent upon how many ads they have room for.
Right.
Like, it's money first with these people, and
it will always.
Oh yeah.
That's why it took like actually a week later for the story to run.
Because they had to wait for ad space. Basically, what came down to for them to run the ad was. The reporter contacted me and says, we love your story so much, we want to run it on the front page, but we don't have the ad space. So they waited on a day where they didn't have a lot of ad space to put us on the entire front page. And it was amazing to get that kind of response.
And then it kind of snowballed.
It snowballed.
Because a week later, I'm driving home from work, well, I was actually going back to Blanco. It was like an hour between Austin and Blanco. And I get a Facebook message from the San Antonio Reporter saying, hey guys, just want to let you know your story ran front page in the Austin American Statesman today. I'm like, it's 6 o'clock, lady. I'm like, you're fucking me right now. And like, so I'm like, I call Rick. He's like, pull over nearest gas station.
I got really mad because I'm like,
I got mad.
Yeah, I got mad that he let me know late.
I'm like, I got let know late. Like, I just let you know.
I'm like, pull over right now. And get some newspapers. I don't care if you got to get them from a hobo on the side of the street. You get that damn newspaper. And he came through.
It turns out that she had a friend that works for Austin American Statesman who was just looking for, they were looking for connecting pieces. Since I just happened to work at a craft barbecue place in Austin, that name, I guess, popped up in their search because they had mentioned I had worked at a restaurant in Austin in the San Antonio paper. So that was the only connecting factor and the only reason they wanted to run that. But it turns out they had room on the front page for Sunday in Austin.
On Austin, we got on the front page on Sunday, and the reason why we got mentioned on a Sunday paper was because, you know, they call them an Austinite.
And here I am in the paper. It says local Austinite restaurateur dumpster dives. With me coming out of a dumpster, I'm like,
the picture that I took
is me on the side of the dumpster.
As I'm like taking video of Will, I'm like, Will, this is for the front cover. Do a fucking pose. So he gets on the side of it. And Spider-Man. And that made it to the front page of every newspaper.
Switch barbecue.
You're the guy in the dumpster.
You're the guy that dives into dumpsters. Let me get a pound of brisket.
Yeah, exactly. So a week later, after both cities run the article, I get a message from someone saying that they saw our article in the Miami Herald, like in Florida, and I'm like, what? And sure as shit.
And you're telling Rick, I'm not gonna be able to get any papers from there. Rick.
Yeah, I'm like, Will, you need to make a trip to Miami.
Get a hobo.
Like how the story just took off, you know, and newspapers across the country are starting to run the paper or the article, and for me, I was flabbergasted. Like, why are two guys on the cover of a nationwide news, like these nationwide newspapers, posing on top of a dumpster? Like, what is the appeal to that? Like, why is that story interesting enough to make it to front covers?
I mean,
You
we're
know?
blessed that it did, but for God's sakes, like, I think at the time, like, war was about to explode in Kiev, and we're on the front page.
Literally, like during that time, we were going through the roughest part of the channel. Like, literally through one of the worst times I ever had on YouTube. I mean, I was getting death threats like every other post on Facebook. It was unbelievable. But I'm happy we did it. Only for the simple fact that we made a kid happy. You know, because that story was ran to make a child happy, and that's all I cared about. I took all that flack just to make this one child happy, and I'll do it again 10 times over if I was asked to do it again, you know? Because that means more to me than any silly channel. Honestly, you know, I call it a silly channel, but to a lot of people it's very important. But you gotta understand, for us, it's our hobby. It's not our way of life. It's not how we make our living. We do it to put smiles on everyone that watches. We make videos for people who want to watch, and that's all it is to the channel. There's nothing behind. There's no scripts. There's not even a budget for production. It's basically whatever we have in our pockets for that day, just to go out and find stuff to entertain you guys for the rest of the week, and we do it. Our only day off
Together
is to actually go out and film for you guys to have stuff to watch throughout the week. That's how we spend our one day off together in the week. We go out and okay, what are we going to do today? Everywhere we go is a video so that you guys could have something to watch. Something one day a week, for, you know?
I got to where we would film everything in one day. We would film so much from like, just from beginning to end,
from
like
when
12,
we meet up,
14-hour day.
Literally.
And we started telling people, or people started commenting like, do y'all ever do your laundry? You wear the same shit in every video. I'm like, no man, that's like 7 videos in one day.
Yeah, like,
and we keep, and when finally I started taking like 6 shirts with me. Just to,
no, seriously.
I do.
Every parking lot we go into, it's a different shirt. I'm like, ah, here we go.
I'm not hearing this shit again.
Usually with the game chasers, it's just because they don't want to wear their shirt.
They don't change.
This guy does.
Filthy anyway.
Yeah.
Mine serves both purposes.
I'm like, whenever we pull up to like a Savers or a Goodwill, I'm like, Will, this is not an event to take your shirt off, man. Like, there's no.
And then at the end, he's like, we didn't even use that footage.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how much footage we shoot. Literally,
That was my best gray shirt.
in a month, we'll shoot like literally thousands of clips. And what you see is nothing to what, like dumpster dive videos. We haven't done a dumpster dive video since Eric threw up. But like,
And for good reason.
you know,
Did you show him a picture of himself?
it's been so long that we've done one, and not for lack of trying. A lot of people think like, oh, you know, you stopped doing dumpster dive videos, and it's like, no, oh, the best part. You're too good for dumpster diving now, aren't you? It's like, bitch, our channel is like, because of dumpster diving, why would you think it's suicidal to just drop something that actually made your channel what it is? It's like, that's our bread and butter. You're telling me that I'm just gonna cut off our bread and butter, like just cut the legs off our bread and butter? It's stupid. It's what we do. We just haven't found anything. I mean, we tried. There's literally thousands upon thousands of videos of going, okay, this is Okchief420, and I'm Will. Okay, we're here at our favorite spot here at our dumpster dive, secret location, super secret location. And then we go out, we check, okay, nothing. Okay, this video is garbage, you know? There's literally thousands of those videos.
And that's what people don't get. They think that they go out and they're like, it's all fake because I went out last night and there's nothing there. Well, it's all about going over and over and over because you're not going to win every time.
It's more hit or more misses than there will ever be hits. Yes, sir.
You guys ever notice that if you go like at a certain time, there'll be more stuff?
Oh,
like certain days.
Well, here's
after
the thing.
Close, sometimes I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason, but sometimes you can notice like certain hours. But it's really, honestly, man, there's no rhyme or reason.
Yes, Rachel.
I can say if talk to your GameStop manager or whatever?
Well, when you look like you can.
Yeah. Oh, you know,
Hey,
it's real nice up there at
Can I get that 3DS XL for free? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
You need an arm?
Once, okay? If you're friends with them or any of the employees, you can see when their trash days are and like the night of.
Good point, but like again, you probably have to be Rachel to do this. But a little known fact, in Austin at least, I have talked to my GameStop local. There's like 4 of them, my main ones, and I talked to them, schmoozed with them a little bit, and they actually let me know that hey, every other Sunday we flip out and change displays. So, or Saturday night, he goes, so Sunday morning we throw it all out. So if you want to come right at open on Sunday, we'll hold it for you. So I started doing that in conjunction with diving. So that's a pretty cool point to make.
Common misconception.
My boobs help too.
We don't hate LameStop.
No.
We call them LameStop only because of the wastefulness that they do, but that's not their fault either, you know, because they got to throw out stuff.
Corporate entity.
But we love GameStops. They got freaking great deals. They got games for $1. You know, it's not that we hate GameStop. We just hate their wastefulness and their buyback. They suck on that, man.
And you can tell that for the most part, their employees, you know, love games and love working there, and they probably entered in GameStop, you know, thinking, oh, this is perfect. I get to make money doing what I love, not knowing that they work for a fascist regime.
Hey, I used to work for Guitar Center.
Hey, man. He's like, hey, I work for GameStop, man.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Guitar Center was the most evil place to work for.
People get these,
and
people get these visions of sugar plums. You know, you're like I was exactly. I used to be a drummer growing up, and I always thought, man, I want to work at Guitar Center. And some guy, or Sam Ash, and some guy was like, no, man, this is the devil. This is the Antichrist. That's how I sometimes feel about GameStop, you know. So
corporate entities.
Well, everything you got, there's a corporation to squish your hopes and dreams.
Amen, brother.
If you guys
way to bring it down.
I used to be a zone manager for GameStop. The reason that they put all that stuff in the dumpster, it's called moving to defective. Everything they move in defective goes into a report that goes to corporate, and they get full value.
He talks so professional, doesn't he?
I love it. I could listen to him talk all day.
I know.
They get full value as a write-off loss. So it's kind of like when you do your taxes at the end of the year, any kind of write-off that you have, that's why they do it.
I get it.
They get full value for broken merchandise or assumed broken merchandise.
Oh, I got it. So, and a lot of times they won't destroy it, but say they will, just to get that tax write-off.
That's what I'm saying though, like why field destroy though? No one's going to know.
This may not work with that, but I know, but with food, in Dallas, there was a big deal with homeless people dumpster diving.
Oh.
And a homeless dude got sick and sued the restaurant.
Oh.
So a lot of restaurants will dump bleach in their food before they throw it out, but I don't know anybody that's going to get sick off a video game.
Right, exactly. So why do it? And I've heard many different stories as to why they field destroy. Personally, I don't get it, but I would rather just save the stuff and hand them out to people like I did during the convention, so that, you know, it can go to, you know, useful homes or whatever. Like, I might not be able to use it, but the next Joe Schmo will, you know? And that's why we do it, you know, so that it doesn't wind up in a landfill like ETs.
Well, another thing is what's called perceived value. Now I'm going to start sounding like...
Here we go. What, I'm going to call you
perceived.
Grimsy.
If you're giving away stuff around the back, you're not going to have people coming in the front as much to pay for it.
I gotcha, yeah.
But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with leaving the lock undone on the dumpster.
Right.
You know, people. It's like, that's the thing, is the people who don't know about... That's why other people are pissed at you too, because other people are going to go diving ahead of them and they want it all.
Oh, well, I've heard it all. I've had horror stories where people meet actually, you know, like, Damien's actually met with somebody that actually gave him a flashlight to help him. So they're not all horror stories. They've had dumpster divers.
Sometimes you get like a Mexican standoff.
Yeah, there is a Mexican standoff on some dumpster dive trips. Oh, one time, I'm not kidding. The kiosk, right? It was a
Hey, it's Nikki with 2 Ks.
We okay, really quick. We got 10 minutes. Let me shovel this story out really quick. Me and Will, a long time ago, didn't have what they call a job. And so we were selling books at half-price books, right? And
no, start back even further. Before we ever got into this, this guy is one of, we were saying earlier how he had these fads, these things like learning Japanese. One of them was he used to actually, and for a while he made damn good money. He sold books on Amazon, and he had a fucking garage this size just full of books.
I was making damn good money on them.
So he got tired of that though, and he just said, fuck it, I'm done with this. And then he started doing other things like YouTube, and we had this surplus of books.
So we just had a crazy idea, like, hey, there's this place called Half Price Books that buys books. So let's fill up your truck and let's just take all these books down to Half Price Books.
You couldn't fit anything in that car.
We had it like from floor to ceiling, just books. And they only gave us like $7 for all the books.
Yeah. A metric ton for $7.
But here's the thing, we go down to San Antonio, and before we stop at Half Price Books, we're like, hey man, before we do this, let's go do a dumpster dive in. Let's go see if they got anything.
Because when you go into San Antonio, it's 281 straight down the middle, and the way we come in, we have this loop we do where we start as far south as we can, and we work our way back because we have to come that way anyway to come home.
So we just did a loop.
Yeah, we're like, there's a Half Price Books down by North Star Mall as well as a GameStop, and we'll hit them both or whatever, and we'll go down there and. What was it? No, first, yeah, we went down there and
we went to go get the kiosk.
That's what it was, because we had this theory that if you bring too many books into a Half Price Books, they're gonna just look at all these books and say flat rate. So we're like, we drop off half at the first one, half at the other. Remember? Yeah. So we stop there, we drop it, we go and we go to the other one, and we go around to the dumpster to do the dumpster dive.
And there's a van sitting there with a guy on his phone.
A plumber.
Yeah, and he's all.
We have still a shitload of books in the car.
And we look, and right next to the plumber is an Xbox 360 kiosk.
Later in the week, we had just
found our other kiosk. So here's two in 1 week.
We're like, man, this is
so and it had a TV on it. And we're like,
crazy.
I'm like, let's dump the shit out of these books.
We gotta go.
We gotta get this. And he's like, no, we gotta drop these books off.
There's no room.
I'm like, but there's this Mexican right there with the plumber van.
And it's almost like the Mexican plumber didn't know anything about it, but he's like on his phone and he sees us. And he sees me going, yeah!
And he goes, man,
something's here that I'm not seeing. And like, so we get the fuck out of there, and
we're like, let's go drop these books off and come back for that kiosk. So we literally, Will's car does like 0 to 50 in 5 miles, and we took it to the limit.
Yeah.
And we took
danger zone.
We took the damn books as fast as we could. We dropped off all the books in front of Half Price Books, and we didn't even know. We didn't even tell them who we were. We just, here you go. Here's some books.
Yeah, we don't care what you give them for. Just take them.
And we came back, and when we're pulling around the corner to get this kiosk, I'm all geeked up and getting ready.
It was the best day ever for this guy.
He was just
like walking on sunshine, like doing
in the car, and I was just looking at tracks. I was like, yes, we got another kiosk. And we pull up, and here's the Mexican pulling away with the doors open, the kiosk in the back.
Yeah.
We're like, you son of a bitch! My whole day was shot. You should have seen. I was like this in the whole ride home. I was just like.
It's like, I don't even want to go anywhere. Let's just go the fuck home. And like, I've never seen Rick on like his highest high to his lowest low.
In like 10 seconds
flat.
Like literally, like I was pouting like a baby. He was like on the way home, like trying to console a child. It's like, man, it's gonna be all
buddy.
You want to smoke, bro?
Come on, let's
go bowling, bro.
Fuck it, bro. Let's go bowling.
Just trying to do everything he can do to console me because I was inconsolable.
No.
I didn't want nothing. I hated Will. Like I was like a chick on her period. Like I hate the world. I like just get away from me. Don't touch me. I was just so mad.
To this day, I still hear about that fucking kiosk, and I guarantee you, when we walk out of this room, within an hour, he's gonna be like, "Man, that was a fucked up day, wasn't it?"
Like the shit. Like, when we're having shitty days, I'm like, man, at least it wasn't that day that we.
Yeah, it's always.
Like, I compare all bad days to that day that Mexican took our kiosk, man. Like why did he even need a kiosk? His truck was full of pipes and like fittings and like, why do you need a kiosk? You can't install a kiosk in a plumber job, you know?
He knew we wanted it, and some men just want to watch the world burn. And that's what
like
that
It
was.
probably ended up in a landfill.
Exactly. You know, he probably has it set up in his flea market stand somewhere.
It's probably what it was, a flea market guy.
You know?
It's probably at Busty's that next week.
And he probably doesn't even know what it was. So it's like a complete waste to that person, you know? So we got 5 minutes left. We can answer 5 minutes worth of questions. Ron, what's going on, buddy? Ron English from the Game Seekers. What's up?
TMNT, you like it?
The new one? Okay, there's a good question. All right, that's a good question.
What's your collector? You
Listen,
I do.
we've had this. Oh
my!
No, we're talking about the movie.
There we go. Oh, everybody, Game Seekers. Whoa!
Oh shit!
Everybody, check it out.
That's cool.
14-inch lava lamp.
14.5
We
inch.
should have had this last night at the party in our room, bro.
Fuck no, it would have got broke.
Oh my God, look at it. Lava lamp, everybody. Live on national TV. Check it out. We should have had. You should have started off with this, Ron. Damn it. That is. This is the TMNT I like, the 1988 TMNT. Don't get me wrong, the new movie was okay. And it was funny, it's like when the movie finished, I looked at Will, Will looked at me, we like stared at each other.
I like that.
We like, I liked it.
We did the De Niro.
I think I did the same thing. I was like, yeah, this was fine.
The story was crap. I mean, there was no Japanese background to it, which
There was no, and April O'Neil, for lack of a better term, I mean, technically killed Shredder.
And-
Spoiler alert.
That goes before you tell people that April killed Shredder, bro.
Edit. Cut. Spoiler alert.
But the movie shouldn't have been called TMNT 2000. It should have been called April O'Neil and some green guys.
Should have been called Megan Fox Kills Shredder.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That's the title of the TMNT
But it was
movie.
good. I mean, the humor was amazing, and we kind of like. I went into it like knowing that I love TMNT, but I'm nowhere near this guy as far as fanboy status goes. So he was really what I was hinging this on. Like I enjoyed it. I went in like a child with no expectations, and I loved it. And then I was even overjoyed to see him. He loved it.
I like a child.
He was jacked
He
up.
bought me cotton candy.
I bought him cotton candy.
Awesome.
And yeah, and we have an amazing movie theater there in Austin where you can sleep. You can lay in like
I bought
reclining leather chairs, and they serve you booze, and
they massage your feet.
But I feel the same way about it, like Batman versus Superman.
Oh shit! Here we go, Batman.
It's gonna be a work of art, right?
Don't
it's gonna
mention
be
Ben
but hear me out. Hear me out. It's gonna be a work of art, and I'm excited to see it. But it's gonna be Ben Affleck in a Batman suit.
Batfleck.
It's gonna be Batfleck, and that's how I felt about like before he saw TMNT. He was like Michael Bay, piece of shit this, piece of shit that, and I'm like,
and I'm telling him about Ben
Affleck, piece of shit this, Ben Affleck, piece of shit that. He's like, it's gonna be all right, bro.
And
I'm like the same way with TMNT. It's gonna be all right, bro.
When I want to push his buttons, I send him a Batfleck picture, and it pisses him off all day.
I hate it. Or he'll just randomly text me, and he goes, just give Ben a chance. I'm like, fuck you, I'm turning my phone off.
I get a selfie with you know.
He's got to be better than Clooney, though.
True that.
Man, I know, like, Clooney was like the bottom of the barrel, but until I see this, you know, it may be Ben Affleck, it's going to be close.
Y'all remember the whole thing when Michael Keaton was named as Batman?
Yeah. He got a lot of flack.
Comedian as Batman?
But he was the best one. Not the best one, but in my opinion,
Kevin Conroy.
No, Michael
That goes
Keaton.
without saying.
Because that's the one I grew up
Kevin
with.
Conroy.
It's always the one you grew up with is the best. Put it that way. End of story.
I grew up with Adam West. I disagree with you.
I'm sorry.
Touche, sir.
Okay, we gotta wrap it up. We got, we're done with the panel. We are out of time, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody. Hopefully we'll be back again next year for Retropalooza 3. You guys rock. We love you, each and every one. Now come by our stands and buy stuff.
I always want to throw something out to fans.
You hit him in the eye.